round 8, Pirelli World Challenge. We're green. And a great launch by Post. Oh, he slotted right into second, tucks in behind teammate Figgy, and Long, trying to accelerate all that weight, drops back a bit.
He does. He gets left there at the start, and look at Mike Skeen now going to the outside of Pat Long into the braking zone for the keyhole turn. But he's pretty wide.
Out a bit.
He's wide there. He's in the marbles, Greg. Tries to keep it together. Lindsay's right on his tail.
That's his teammate, Pat Lindsay, and that Hawk brakes. Corvette trying to get around that Krager Wheels entry, not happening there. And then the Cadillacs, and look at this side by each battle between the two True Speed cars. Rob Morgan in the 46 Entrust entry, alongside in the in-time entry of Tommy Dreese, heading down into the S's.
Wow, they're going side by side there. There's Jimmy Sofronis right behind them. He had to start at the back of the pack. He changed more than one tire after qualifying, so he has a lot of work to do in today's race to consolidate that position in the points. He gets a little wide there. Remember, these tires aren't completely up to pressure and temp yet, Greg.
And right in front of him now, sliding through, is Tony Gaples in that Kleinschmidt Black Dog Speed Shop Corvette. Sofronis, the Global Motorsports Group blue and white Porsche, tucks in behind him. Good battle here, and crucial in terms of the points as we hop on board with Alex Figge leading right now. But that points battle with Sofronis back there, even with Long struggling a little bit with that weight, things looking okay. Meanwhile, up front, there are those leaders, and pole sitter Udell has slipped back a little bit. Eric Foss jumps up into that second spot, putting some pressure into the lead, excuse me. That's Brown that's coming up into second, and then Udell, then Crosland.
Yeah, Foss was had a very loose race car yesterday. We'll have to see if they're tweaked on the setup a little bit to make it a little bit better. But here we go, down this long back straightaway. Let's take a look on board with Udell.
Here's what happened, and you can see just got swamped around the outside. Look back from Brown. As you can see, Udell right now trying to do something about it as Brown sits in second behind Foss, and right in front of Udell, then another youngster, 18-year-old Crosland in the Interbank entry, and then Jason Von Kluge coming on, and there's a bit of smoke there, Cal.
Yeah, there is some smoke there at the back of Eric Foss, so that is a concern. But the nice thing about Mid-Ohio now, they've really shaved down these curbs for the bikes essentially, but allows these monster cars to really just eat them up.
Meanwhile, in the touring car division, it is a Capex Volvo 1-2. Povolato leads it. We're back at the Pirelli World Challenge Mid-Ohio Grand Prix presented by StopTech, 8th round of the championship, but we're under caution. And here is why. While we were in break, a sequence of things happened. Devin Cates in his Cates Engineering Cutaway Creations VW pulled off, reports a potential fire from the corner workers. But the big one was a huge incident that unfolded. George Winkler in the orange Mustang having a tough weekend. Yeah,
he just gets really wide coming off the keyhole turn there, hooks a wheel, clips into Golinello. You see the massive impact that he has, and Nick Hussain was in the mix there and took avoiding action. So that is a shame, because that is a new car this weekend.
And then earlier, right before we went yellow, here this moment happened. Some bump and go by those two Mustangs of Brown and Foss. And watch Crosland on the outside in that yellow Interbank Mustang. That young 18-year-old showing some pretty savvy racecraft.
That was fantastic, and that's 1 and 2 in points there. Brown and Foss going at it, and really trading a lot of paint there on the exit of 1. That is high-speed stuff.
And I bet you both of them grinning inside those helmets, man. That is what these guys live to do. All right, but it is time to go back to green, and it is a Volvo 1-2 at the top with Figge and his wingman, Popst, sitting there in second. But look at Mike Skeen, and look at what's going on behind him. What a restart by Johnny O'Connell.
Yeah, and Long again there, struggling a little bit, getting up to speed, and maybe that is that weight having a factor there. So he drops another position. So O'Connell, a man on the move right now in that Cadillac. Looked good yesterday, got involved in that incident down at the end of the back straightaway. Looking for better things today.
Let's check out what's going on in GTS. Still Crosland out front. Then it is Brown sitting in second with that 1 hour heating and air conditioning Lucas and K&N sponsored Mustang, and Foss, the Traxxas St. Jude car, just off of it a little bit. Oh, in a moment there, is Brown going to go for it down into 1? He's there. Side by side, they come through. Look at that, giving each other enough room. It's clean, and let's see what happens. It looks, well, still dead even, Cal.
Yeah, Crosland has the inside line, but Paul Brown has really had a variety of lines there through turn 1. He took it to the outside of Eric Foss in that replay we saw a little bit earlier, and once again we see a little bit of smoke on the rear end of Eric Foss's Mustang. Hopefully that doesn't get any worse. Now we're on board with Brad Adams.
Great battle for 5th. You look back, that is Jason Von Kluge in the Varsity Ford of Ann Arbor Mustang, and it looks like he's going to take a run down the inside of the Voodoo Music. music. Number 75 of Adams in 1. He is through. Great pass by Von Kluge. Superb run. And that's Nick Isayan, who's hounding both of them right now. So that's 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah, the real-time guys are looking really strong. Here we see P.D. Cunningham. Certainly you can see the car is repaired after yesterday's damage. He goes side by side with Eric Foss through the keyhole turn. Now let's see how the horsepower stakes are between these two machines. Remember, the Mustang's about 60, 70 horsepower relieved since the last round. Acura's have been trimmed back a little bit. Looks pretty even, Greg.
And that is the 4.6 liter that is in Foss's car, so not quite as stout as the others, but pretty evenly matched right there. Some great racing. Look at this right now. It is a K-Pax Volvo 1, 2 in touring cars like it is in GT. And once again, you've got Rob Holland. He's playing a superb wingman to Aaron Povolato, going for his 2nd win of the season here in the Pirelli World's Challenge. Some great racing in all of our classes. Look at this run now by Brown Cal. He's alongside Crosland into 1.
Yeah, big power move there. Can he hold it around the outside? We've seen him try to do this before alongside Eric Foss here this weekend, and a little bit more room left for him this time. Looks like he's through and into the lead once again, having won here yesterday.
And look at Skeen as he is coming after Popes. This is where Popes is earning teammate money. And look at Skeen. He's going to try and squeeze play between. That's Eric Meyer. And Skeen made it work, but can he make it stick around the outside here, Cal?
Well, there is enough room if you play nicely. Now he forced it down the inside. This is just great, clean racing between he and Randy Popes. All credit to Randy there and giving him enough racing room.
Well, you know what, Randy Popes, as we have, I think that is Sandberg has gone around in the Compass 360 entry. Boy, he had a great race yesterday and was looking very racy today. This is going to cost him, obviously, some space. Yeah,
just a massive field coming through there, so he had to wait. Otherwise, it would have been too hairy to get back on the racetrack. On board again with Figgy. Watch him work the wheel through there. A little bit of understeer there. He's holding on to that steering input quite a while with this all-wheel drive.
And now for his greatest concern is a lot of yellow that says Krager on it in those mirrors as this battle is heating up and we're hitting traffic. This is the battle for 2nd in the touring car class. Aschenbach really taking a look at Holland, and look at Holland placing that car everywhere he can to dissuade Mr. Aschenbach.
Yeah, he certainly took away the outside lane, and there by allowing the inner lane, Lawson went for it, but not to make it happen this time.
Well, is that Holland playing that wingman role we were talking about? That is Von Kluge from 3rd. Fastest race lap of the day. Watch it here, Cal. Looks like something may have let go.
Yeah, he's struggling with grip there, so it might have been an oil line or something causing the handling issues at the same time.
Meanwhile, Figgy coming up on the back of that battle for 3rd in GTS, and he has got Skeen right behind him. Now, horsepower and torque is your best friend in traffic. This could get interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting because Alex Figgy has to open the door first on this traffic. It's never an easy task. He needs to use his rear view mirror and try and just gap this traffic so he can use the horsepower coming off the corners on the lower class cars.
When you remember that big margin, those top 3 overall had opened up. Look at who's closing. O'Connell and Lindsay are coming after this lead trio right now and have closed it up. Here we are, the big traffic. Figgy down underneath. Oh, he is inside of Crosland. Crosland gave him some room, but Figgy really had to pinch that exit, and Skeen running over a ton of debris.
Yeah, a bunch of debris there, and Skeen couldn't see it. Figgy did. He jinked to the inside, but I think Ben Crosland protected that track position like it was the position within his class with the overall leader there, Figgy, around the outside of turn 1.
Boy, and Popes really got hammered in that exchange in traffic, and he has got O'Connell coming after him. O'Connell swings to the outside. This is for 3rd overall and in GT. Skeen looks to the outside as well, but O'Connell makes the pass around the outside. Great move by Johnny O.
Yeah, he got a great exit there off of the keyhole turn and just used the draft and swung to the outside. We know how quick he is through that corner at the end of the back straightaway. Now he's got 2 cars in front of him. He wants more today.
Boy, and look at Skeen inside, outside, just flashing yellow in the mirrors of Figgy. Every chance, maybe even a little nudge right there.
Yeah, certainly. He's right there. He's bugging him. He's trying to put the pressure on, see if he can force a crack in Alex Figgy's armor.
Up into the carousel. Very tricky corner complex here, and they've got more traffic in front, Cal.
This is the key. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. What can Mike Skeen do here on the final lap?
Figgy down underneath. This is your leader in GT by Paul Brown. He's through. Brown, 4 wheels off the track, 2 of them way into the dirt, and that is Cunningham right behind him, having an amazing run. Here comes O'Connell. He clears them as well.
Oh, look at this. Skeen to the inside on the keyhole. They trade paint. Trying to get on the power now. Oh! Hits him.
Skeen off. Tire comes off as well. Figge able to continue, but look at O'Connell.
This is for the lead. This is for the win now. O'Connell and Figge going for it. Down into turn 4. Who's going to be last on the brakes? O'Connell holds it right now. Does Figge have a healthy race car?
There's the damage to Skeen's Krager machine. Both sides of that car damaged. Meanwhile, there's O'Connell, and Figge is slowing. He may be in trouble. Let's have another look at it, Cal.
On board there with Johnny O. You can see there's just not enough room for those 2 cars to work through that corner. Figge continues. Johnny has the run. He's looking in the mirror. Moves over to the inside. He has a healthy lead now with a few corners to go.
Oh, and a bump there. That is Lindsay, and the Hawk Performance car slides through. So Lindsay now picks up second, and Figge may be wounded. There is, yeah, he's off the pace. Post is through. Long is through. Big implications on points. And here comes O'Connell. Unbelievable. Could it be their first win since 2007, Cal?
It looks strong. He's just got to get around this lap traffic right now, and Johnny O takes it over the line.
What a dramatic finish. O'Connell gets the win. Lindsay into second, and Randy Pobst, after the awful start to the season, comes home with a podium. Meanwhile, Paul Brown puts together a sweep of the weekend in terms of wins in the GTS category. And here we go. Aaron Povaledo, who had the win at Utah a little earlier, got his 4th straight pole for this race. And if he can hang on, he will get his 2nd win, but 2nd of the weekend for Volvo and K-Pax in touring car.
The good news is he has his teammate Rob Holland in 2nd, so that'll help Aaron close that gap on Oschenbach for the championship lead.
Just has to work that carousel. It goes by pit in, onto the front straight, and Aaron Povaledo to the pit wall in a celebration move as K-Pax in touring car has swept the weekend as well. And Povaledo gets his 2nd win, a 1-2 for K-Pax. Just a remarkable finish, but their first ever in touring car. There's Brown, a happy GTS winner here, sweep of the weekend. Johnny O, a winner in World Challenge for the first time.